Yeah, from pictures and videos and stuff that I've seen that he posted on Facebook or Instagram or like shared with my mom, it seems like he hung out with his teachers quite a bit too. He was having a great time in Colombia. He really liked teaching. He just seemed really excited by the whole thing. There's going to be a ton of background noise in this video. That's okay. That's what happens when you record in a restaurant or a cafe.
Let's go to the dog park.
I'm back. I slept. I feel much better.
I'll distract him.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Over here.
Today my brother's best friend Josh posted the last song they recorded together. So I'm gonna have to probably incorporate that into this series. It hadn't occurred to me to use Jamison's music in any of these until Josh posted that. But yeah, it seems appropriate. It's a good idea.
Oh no.
Disregard code 835, 7216 in progress. We have visual on unidentified life forms. Suspected cause of the conflagration. Code 7216 over.
We gotta get to Boo's door.
Yeah. The whole factory. It's a total mess.
I know, Mikey, but right now we just have to keep moving.
Ready to descend. Stand aside. We'll get this fire put out pronto. Code 7216. Unidentified life forms sighted.
These guys are our specialty.
Start putting that fire out.
We're gonna need water to put the fire out.
We have spotted additional unidentified life forms.
Enemy gonna contain it.
Let's see.
Okay. Best time to be doing that.
Time for some magic.
Here we go.
Thank you. You did great.
Yes, sir. We'll be on our way.
Time to go. Yeah. Heal! Hope we find some ingredients around here. Yeah.
Oh boy, let's see if there's more.
Requesting backup. We need help containing the fire. Unidentified life form spotted.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Go get him!
Didn't mean to do that.
Appreciate it.
The door vault is this way.
We can drop down from here. Take this!
Yay!
Yeah!
The crane might come in handy if we need to get back up.
Deal with those life forms.
We're almost to the door vault, guys. We can do this.
The fire is spreading.
Sora, Do something! Put the fire out!
Over here, Sora! Yeah! Blizzard! Here we go!
Appreciate it.
Yeah!
Simba.
This way. Oh, great. This time we're really stuck.
Oh,
Sully, have you got any ideas?
just give me a second.
Kitty!
Oh.
If I'm right about that pipe... Yep, it's perfect. Boo, thank you. We gotta follow that pipe.
What? Wait a sec! I thought we were going straight to the door vault! The only place that pipe leads is to the cooling tank! You sure you don't have a better idea?
Don't worry, Mike. Just trust me. I'm pretty sure maintenance hasn't finished patching it up. This way.
Wait a second. It's the door vault.
Yep, what'd I tell you?
Sure, nice job, Sol. Seriously, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you actually ran the place.
Thanks, Mikey. All right, it's not much farther.
Yeah.
Yeah!
The door vault's right through there.
Here we go! Go! Yeah! Yeah!
Let's just blast goop.
Gorge, it looks like some kind of trail.
That was close.
We should work together and find Boo's door.
Oh, great. A fire. Just what we needed. I take a lot of heat at work, but that was a whole new level.
Hurry! The door vault is just past the power station. We're almost to the vault. Then we can look for Boo's door.
What's gonna happen in this big empty room? Oh, okay.
Everybody look for Boo's door. Oh. Randall.
Didn't you learn your lesson with that pile of junk fiasco?
Oh, I learned a lot.
Wait, Mike. Something's different.
Oh, please. It's just more junk.
An unversed!
It's the Mirage Arena battle theme from Birth by Sleep.
Mike, time to reach down and let the scary out.
Oh, I'm ready, Sully. I'm ready!
Finally. This is exactly what I need to take over the company. But first, I am getting rid of you.
Attack!
Fire!
Good to go.
This guy's strong.
Oh.
That was a cool fight.
Why?
Huh?
Where are you going, Judy?
All right, and in you go.
There's no place for you here anymore, Randall. Now we're in the business of making children laugh.
You think it's funny? Hilarious. The more that you whine, the funnier it gets.
Enjoy your extended vacation.
You clowns are gonna be sorry when I find my way back and I finally take over this place.
Gators in the house again.
Are you kidding? Oh, this one he's in for it. Come here, you. Oh. Get back here. Gotcha.
So long. Smell you later.
And now we just need to do one last thing.
Hang on. I have a way to lock him out.
Takes care of that.
Oh.
Okay, Boo. Time to go home. You must be tuckered out. But we'll play together real soon. Huh? Whoa!
Whoa! What now?
Who are you?
Gotta say, that strange facade had me fooled at first, brother.
Wait a sec.
Haley Joel Osment.
Oh yeah, you were at the cathedral. And hey, who are you to call anyone strange?
Say, do we know this guy?
we haven't ever met in the flesh. I am Vanitas.
Oh, this is the part where you spout some mumbo-jumbo and disappear, right?
This whole world was powered by Scream. They converted the screams of human children into energy. And this very company was what made it all happen. It's as rich a source of negative emotion as we'll ever find.
For the last time, we already stopped doing that!
Did you? Then how do you explain all these canisters of surplus Scream? This facility was everything I could hope for, and I was lucky enough to find a pawn whose heart was darkened by thoughts of revenge.
You mean Randall?
All Randall ever cared about was winning. And this guy took advantage of that weakness.
My heart is made of just one thing, and the unversed collected enough screams and sadness from those children to reconstruct it.
Yeah, and the whole time they were trashing our company in the process!
But even with all this negative emotion, my heart is still incomplete. I need something else. The half of me that sleeps on inside of your heart.
Vanitas!
Ventus. What a strange place to slither off to. You insignificant speck.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you would
Ventus's
remember. When you were little, you formed a special bond with a boy named Ventus who joined with your heart.
Is he saying that one of the missing Keyblade wielders is inside Sora's heart?
How is that possible?
Now, you will return Ventus to me.
Oh, we getting a boss fight?
Donald! Goofy!
The king told us about this. Ventus wasn't able to defeat Vanitas. They struck each other down, and then the king said that Ventus's heart never returned to him.
You're not gonna do that to Sora! No way!
Stay out of this.
Sora!
Join your heart.
With mine!
Need to look.
Let me go!
Over here, Sully!
Close it, quick! Ooh!
Hey!
That was awesome!
Thank you!
We owe ya.
No, we should be thanking you. We never would have managed to get Boo this far if you hadn't come along to help.
And finally, we found her door.
Boo, I know how excited you were to come play with Mike and Sully. Sorry we dragged you into this.
Richard, you didn't scare with that face!
Hey, you are way scarier.
Gosh, I think you're both scary.
What?
Okay, Boo. Time to go.
Kitty.
We'll catch up soon, kid.
Mike Wazowski.
No, that's Donald, Boo.
Mike Wazowski.
Better. I'll see you, kid.
Oh, it's a map of the Earth. Oh, it's weird to see.
Sorry for all the headaches we caused.
Don't mention it. And actually, it was kind of nice having a little adventure for old time's sake.
Yeah, the flying and the falling. And hey, let's not do that paint thing again. But nothing like running for our lives to get the heart pumping.
I had a great time.
Donald, all you did was complain.
I did not.
Any chance that we can drop by again?
The door's always open.
And maybe Boo can join us.
Yeah. Bye.
For the record, I still get the most laughs.
Happy exterminating!
Thank you.
Was Mike Wazowski named that because M upside down is W and they wanted the M and the W in his name? Or is that just the ravings of a madman?
트라이앵글.
Yeah, it's okay. Hey, I'm in a Chinese restaurant with my Korean co-teachers, Young Hyun and Miyeon. Yes, it's the last day of the semester, and we left school early. We went and got coffee at Means Cafe from a previous video, and then we decided to come eat some Chinese. We ate a lot of like heavy carbs and like noodles and stuff for lunch. So we're actually not very hungry, and this Chinese place gives you a ton of food. Like, we just got this huge plate for free, and we ordered 2 more dishes. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish all this, but my mind just went blank. I don't know what to say. So yeah, last day of the semester. It's also the 4-year anniversary of when I arrived in Korea, and these two surprised me and got me a blueberry cake. That was pretty nice of them. Yeah. This is another video that's not strictly relevant to Jamison, but he was a teacher. And I don't know what I'm gonna. He was a teacher too in Colombia. He got along well with his with the other teachers. He was teaching, kids who spoke Spanish. And from pictures and stuff that I saw, it seems like he did this kind of thing quite a bit. So, ni hao. They're here. Okay. The owner I'm used to just walked in. Anyway, he did this kind of thing. Yeah, same. Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, from pictures and videos and stuff that I've seen that he posted on Facebook or Instagram or like shared with my mom, it seems like he hung out with his teachers quite a bit too. He was having a great time in Colombia. He really liked teaching. He just seemed really excited by the whole thing. There's going to be a ton of background noise in this video. That's okay. That's what happens when you record in a restaurant or a cafe. But anyway, yeah. So I just wanted to get some footage of them with me because it's relevant to that. I didn't know they were going to surprise me, though. I did not know I was going to get a blueberry cake. So that was a happy little thing to include in this tribute. Anyway, this dish is pig ear, the ear of a pig. It's actually really good. It's like chewy and kind of cartilagey. And they usually give it to me for free when I come here. This place, this is... Is this funny to you? Oh, sorry. Okay. Alright. This place is very different from any Chinese restaurant I've been to in America, and it's also different from any Chinese restaurant I've been to in Korea. There's like American-style Chinese. It's not actual Chinese. There's Korean-style Chinese. It's good, but it's not actual Chinese. But this place is like actually owned by Chinese people who they don't even really speak very much Korean. They certainly don't speak English. And the food is great. It's another thing I wish I could have shown him. If he'd come and visited, I would have brought him to this restaurant. But anyway, that's about all I got.
이렇게 주셨는데 남기는 것도 미안하다. Can we order food?
Okay. The cilantro.
아,
I hope you're okay with this. Okay, that's good.
치우자.
She keeps giving us free food. This is free, this one was free, and the pig ears were free. And we ate a lot of noodles for lunch. I'm gonna eat cake later. Like, I don't know if I can do. I don't know if I can eat all this. I haven't tried the soup before. I'm excited about that.
Uno se despide insensiblemente de pequeñas cosas, lo mismo que un árbol que en tiempo de otoño se queda sin hojas. Al fin la tristeza es la muerte lenta de las simples cosas. Esas cosas simples que quedan doliendo en el corazón. Uno vuelve siempre a los viejos sitios donde amó la vida, y entonces comprende cómo están de ausentes las cosas queridas. Por eso, muchacho, no partas ahora soñando el regreso, que el amor es simple y a las cosas simples las devora el tiempo. Demórate aquí en la luz mayor de este mediodía, donde encontrarás con el pan al sol la mesa tendida. Por eso, muchacho, no partas ahora soñando el regreso, que el amor es simple y a las cosas simples las devora el tiempo. Uno vuelve siempre a los viejos sitios donde amó la vida.
So that was a tribute video made by Jamison's teaching organization in Colombia. When I first watched it, I broke down crying at the part where they popped the popper thing in celebration, because I just thought it was such a waste. He was finally happy, clearly, and then he died. I have a tripod now, and I just struggled for a long time to figure out why the top part is crooked and how I could fix that, and I finally given up. I'm just gonna use the tripod to hold the camera somewhat more steadily than when you're actually gripping the camera, but I still have a lot of stuff to do. Still have a lot of work to do, figuring this stuff out. Don't know how to use a tripod. The things you don't know that you don't know. don't know how to use a camera tripod. It is July 24th, 2019. It was exactly 4 years ago today that I landed in Korea. My 4-year anniversary in Korea. At the time, I thought I was probably gonna be here for a while, depending on how things played out. I knew I was gonna do at least 2 years. I didn't want to come here and just do 1. I thought maybe I would do even more. I kind of like the thought of doing 3 or more. It's been 4 years now. I hope to stay longer. It's been some of the best times of my life. Where I'm standing right now is the exact spot where when they picked us up from the airport, they took us on the 2-ish hour bus ride down to Cheonan, dropped us off on campus, down that way, and then around the corner. You can't see the corner because it's dark, but around the corner is the building where most of the new teachers sleep when they arrive. Due to stuff I don't care to explain in this video because it's not interesting, there wasn't enough room for all of us, and I was chosen to live in a separate apartment building, which is just temporarily. I was going to move into that place eventually, like the dorms, but so the coordinator at the time dropped everyone off and then was helping them because there was 13 of us and I was the only one. Derek hadn't shown up yet. Okay, so there was 11 people, and out of 12 counting me, and out of those 12, I was the only one who wasn't going to be in those buildings. So he took them all up, of course, to show them, and he basically told me here's what you're going to do. You're going to walk down this way. You're going to walk down that hill and just keep walking. And he gave me directions, and knowing that I wouldn't know where to go or what to look for, but he called someone else in the program to come meet me halfway and help me. And so after how many hours was it that I was either flying or in airports being tired? I can't sleep in airports, afraid of my stuff getting stolen. After all that, long day, long night, a lot of sitting, long bus ride, I had to walk down this hill in a foreign country with my heavy backpack loaded with stuff, 2 luggage bags packed with stuff, the stuff I was going to be using to live, for the next while, and my big hard guitar case for safe transportation, for safe, overseas. So you can kind of see how that doesn't work. I have 2 luggage bags and a large guitar case with a handle. So what I had to do, start walking down this way with, I had to grip one bag in my hand, put the other bag under one of my arms, and then with my free hand hold the guitar case. And keep in mind I have the backpack that's heavy. And I just made really slow progress down this hill that way, and I had to stop pretty regularly to change the arm that the second luggage bag was under, because my arms were getting tired, and I was just tired. And I'm also not that strong, but but I mean, it's how else, what do you do? Trying to clamp this heavy bag full of stuff under my arm and just pin it to my body with my arm. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, that started wearing out to where I basically just couldn't make any more progress. My arms were getting so tired, even when I shifted, even when I shifted, I pretty much just couldn't make any progress forward. Luckily, the other person showed up and helped me the rest of the way there. So on this anniversary, I am wearing the same bleeding orange Hawaiian shirt and red shorts, I don't know if you can see, that I wore on the plane ride over here, and my first day in Korea, the first time I met any of those people. I just dropped my mic. So I'm wearing the same Hawaiian shirt and red shorts that I wore on the plane ride over here, and during my first night in Korea, my first time being in Asia. I didn't have this green shirt then. I wasn't wearing any t-shirt underneath the Hawaiian shirt because I hadn't leveled up in fashion enough to know that you don't button up Hawaiian shirts, you leave them open but have a t-shirt underneath. I didn't know that yet. I didn't know what I was doing, just like I don't know what I'm doing with this tripod now. things are a lot better now, except my hairline is... anyway. So yeah, I've recreated my look, except not as terrible. And I'm gonna go ahead and recreate the walk, the exact walk that I took to get to the place where I stayed my first night and ended up staying my first like 2.5 weeks in Korea. The clothes aren't as terrible and the walk's not gonna be as terrible. Let's go. I don't know what the lighting is gonna be like, because, you know, I'm not always gonna be under the street light, but I guess we'll see. This is something I've wanted to do, and there's no better time to do it than on this anniversary. I guess I'm just gonna talk as I go. It's a good idea. So today, I did have, I had to go to school, and the students were there, but they didn't have English class. It was the last day of the semester. So I sat in my classroom and I prepared some stuff for English camp, which starts tomorrow. And I looked into some other stuff. Anyway, yeah, I made use of my time. And luckily my co-teachers and I got permission to leave school early, like basically an hour after lunch. We'd been planning this for a while. So we went to a nearby, the Means Cafe, the one that I've taken footage in and told stories about. We went to Means Cafe. It's the first time I've ever taken teachers, like my Korean teachers, to Means Cafe. So that was a happy thing. I brought them coffee and tea from Means Cafe several times. Anyway, we went there and we ordered our stuff and put our stuff like down on the table. And then one of them like walked outside, Mian, and the other Young Hyun told me she was going to go to the bathroom, and I was like, okay. And then I like sat down with my back face, like the chair I was in was like my back was facing the door. And then I happened to look around or something, and I saw her go out the front door, which didn't make any sense because I was going to the bathroom, like it's attached to the building. You go out the side door and it's like right there. She went out the front door and went totally the wrong way. And so I thought maybe she was like looking for a building or like a separate, like there's a little mart next to it. Thought maybe she was going to go in there. So I ran out after her to tell her there's a bathroom in the cafe. And she'd already gotten like a good ways down the street. Like I had to look for her at first because she'd gone around the corner. And they were both like walking down the street, and they were pretty far down the street, like walking fast. And I shouted to them, I was like, hey. And they turned around and I said, there's a bathroom in the cafe. And when they turned around, they looked like surprised. And then, yeah, I told them there's a bathroom in the cafe, and they like smiled and they were like, oh, okay. And then they kept going. And I like kind of threw my hands up as if to say, what? What are you doing? And I think they laughed, but they kept going. So I was like, okay. So at this point, I didn't really think they were going to the bathroom. So I started to, I was kind of annoyed at first. Which way did I go here, my first night? I wish I could remember that. And say maybe we crossed this way, so that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, now we get to hear the sounds of traffic. I'm excited. What was I saying? Anyway, they sat down. I was kind of annoyed, and then I started thinking maybe they were going to do something nice for me, and it was like a surprise thing. Because it was the 1-year anniversary of my time in Korea. So, yeah, sure enough, a few minutes later, they came back with a cake that they'd gone and gotten from the nearby Paris baguette. They got me a blueberry cake, and it's like a birthday cake, and they got a candle shaped like a 4, like for 4 years old, except, you know, it's 4 years in Korea. And, yeah, they gave me a cake. And then we went and got, after we drank the coffee and tea, we went and got Chinese food at this place I always like to show people. So that was really nice. It was really pleasant. It's nice when people recognize you and do nice things for you. Anyway, that was today. I hadn't got that story out of the way, but I guess it's more appropriate to talk about what I was thinking and feeling my first day in Korea. A bunch of unfortunate stuff had gone down in my life the past, the year before that. And, man, I hope this doesn't turn out garbage. I mean, like really garbage. Anyway, yeah, I had a kind of a bad year, and people were like, aren't you scared to go teach in a country where you don't know the language and blah blah blah, but no, I wasn't, like, at all, not even a little bit, because I was excited. My reasoning was I knew a bunch of people who had done it and they liked it and they said I'd be fine, and things were also so miserable, sincerely, that I was more afraid to stay in the States and keep, like, carrying on as I was. I was more afraid of that, just like baking in misery, than I was of, like, leaping into something not completely, I don't want to say leaping into the unknown. I want to say my comfort zone, because I wasn't really uncomfortable at all. Yeah. So I was pretty excited, but not in a yip yip hooray, like happy kind of way. It was more like, I don't know, it felt like a very important time in my life. It felt very significant. It felt like the next kind of stage of my life and the beginning of, like, my climb back up out of all that bad stuff. So when I touched down in the airport and I got through customs and security and all that, when I finally stepped outside, I just looked around, just looked at the sky and at the few trees that I think are around the airport, and just thought, like, this is my home now for the next at least 2 years. This is where my life is going to be taking place. This is the next thing, and it felt good. This walk did not feel good. I was really tired, and I was, like, sore. I was just physically worn out, tired and exhausted, beaten down. But yeah. I mean, but it was cool, like, you know, walking down a street in freaking Asia, like walking down a street in Korea. This is my first time in Asia. I'm gonna let these cars pass. Nope, they're gonna let me. Okay. I've since made this walk so many times, well, obviously because I lived here, had to walk up and down this way to get where places I needed to go. But also, even after I moved out of this area, I was friends with a couple who lived in this building, and I made this walk a lot to go see them. I've messed with my camera settings. It should be a little easier to see now, although it doesn't seem to have made that much of a difference. Nah. Anyway. I just realized if I want to put music on this part, then me talking over it's gonna suck. But maybe putting music over this part for this long, not terribly interesting walk isn't the best idea either. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, it felt cool to be walking down the street in Korea. Got to the apartment up here. Got settled in, kinda, and they said that the other guy hadn't arrived yet because his flight was delayed. I think he had to, like, stop in Tokyo or something because of weather, whatever, and something like that. And his name was Derek. He and I ended up becoming good friends. He and Jeff. We were good guy friends together. We played video games, did a lot of stuff. I guess a lot of it was video games. We did a lot of stuff, though. We really did do a lot of stuff together. Anyway, man, I'm getting off track. Derek. So Derek was going to live in the same room as me. Temporarily, we were going to live in that small apartment together. And that was fine, whatever, I don't care. So he came like later that night, and he was a nice guy. And then after he showed up, I went out for a little walk around the area because I couldn't sleep yet, or maybe hadn't tried or something. I like this place. I just like this walk. Anyway, he showed up and I went out for a walk, and he was like, "All right, man." And he wasn't gonna join me. He didn't want to. I think he was just tired, or maybe he just didn't want to go out and, in a place where he didn't know anything. We didn't know at the time how safe Korea is. Maybe he didn't want to walk around a strange city and possibly get taken advantage of or something, and not know who to call for help. No phone plan or anything at that point. Didn't know how to access a lot of the Wi-Fi. So yeah, I went out for a walk, and I just walked a little bit around this area. I didn't go too far. I don't even remember where I went. That's kind of sad now. Might have just walked around the building some, I don't know. But anyway. Then I went back in, went to sleep. The Wi-Fi network that was showing up for me was IP time, but that didn't work. I couldn't get into that. This is Coffee Flicks. I may never record a segment in here. Maybe I will, I don't know. But I used to come here every so often because it was right close to this building. Good memories of Coffee Flicks, and the fact that it's persisted all this time. Like, the people who recommended that I come with this program, they were here like 2 years before I showed up, and Coffee Flicks was here when they were here. So it's successful. A lot of, I say that because it's not to be taken for granted that like a small independent place like that would last, because a lot of them really don't in Korea. Places come and go so fast. This is Hyomyang Ritzville. This is the apartment. I'm not going to go to the actual apartment because I already have some separate video footage of me walking down the hallway here. I just don't want to do that. It's kind of weird. And also, I don't remember exactly which apartment it was. I want to say it was on the 3rd floor, like right after you come out of the elevator, but I can't remember. But it's a little office hotel. Got all these businesses on the bottom. They have like a PC room on, I want to say, like the 3rd floor or something. You can go in there and play PC games. If your PC cannot run them, just pay by the hour or something like that. 7-Eleven. Used to come in here and get snacks a lot. I think this video is just about done now. Goodbye. Forgot to say this. This might come off as flexing my ego, but it's not. I don't think, and if it is, whatever. You don't have to watch this video. Right before I started recording this, I had to be out here anyway. I didn't have to, I don't think, but new teachers showed up. The other coordinator, Ryan, went and got him from the airport, and just as, coordinator had picked, well, I mean, this is what we always do, but yeah, just as it was done for us, so it was done for these new teachers. So I was helping them get settled in a little bit. At least that's why I came here. I ended up getting here too late to really help. I just kind of said, "Hi, I'm Jordan." But yeah, their first day in Korea is the July 24th as well, just 4 years later. But I don't know, just something kind of poetic about me being in this position to help the new people on the same first day that was also my first day. Okay. How is this related to Jamison, you ask? Well, if you've been watching my other videos, you may remember that I have said repeatedly that a lot of this is not. In fact, I haven't really told a lot of Jamison stories for a while now. I've just been saying a lot of stuff about myself, but it's just stuff I want to show. Okay. It's just stuff I want to show him. I wish I could have shown him stories I would have told him. Around that point in my life, for about the first year I was here, I would pretty regularly write very long emails home to my family to let them know what all was going on in my life. And Jamison read all those emails, and he actually told me once, like on Facebook Messenger, he's like, I like that you tell these stories from your life as a narrative. And I don't think I was like consciously doing that for like dramatic effect or anything. I just figured it's better, stories are better told this, like I could give a brief summary of what I did, but no, I wrote long emails that my parents kept saying were a joy and entertaining to read and stuff. And yeah, Jamison liked them too. So I kept him up to date. I kind of got depressed over some stuff pretty close to a year after I moved here, I guess, and I fell into fell into my life routine, and also was kind of sad for a while and stopped really writing emails. But around that time I got a webcam and started Skyping every so often, so that kind of took the place of emails. But it is kind of sad that I stopped writing those, I guess. That was fun to do. Like, my parents had something to look forward to. And Jamison had something. I would send them to like my relatives and stuff too. I sent them to I think my Aunt Hope read the ones that I wrote and sent home before she died. And then I know my Aunt Donna read all the emails that I'd written up to that point before she died. She and I talked a little bit, and she told me she read them and said that she had always wanted to travel and do this kind of stuff, but she ended up having a family young and doing that instead. And she's like, I love my family and I'm happy that I did this, but I always wonder what it would have been like. So it's cool to see you traveling and hear your stories. And I guess it was like that for Jamison too, a little bit, except from the it was like that with Jamison a little bit, except from the perspective of a younger person instead of someone who had raised children who had then grown up and had their own children. Anyway,